In this clip, I'm going to talk about the preparation for the final exam. So your final exam has 40 multiple choice questions, and the decision is made 120 minutes. You have up to 4 hours to work on it. That's about 3 minutes for each question. And the final exam covers all chapters. All chapters we went through during the semester. And also be advised, if your lowest hour exam grade is lower than your final exam grade, so then your final exam grade will replace, in that case, your lowest hour exam grade. Yeah, so here is the information sheet you are going to receive on the final exam. So in this block, that's the abbreviation and symbols, so as long as you can understand all this, you are fine. You don't need to memorize them, okay? And then here are some relationship and constants given. So 1 atmosphere equals 760 millimeter of mercury, same as 760 torr. And the universal gas constant, pay attention to the units, liter times atmosphere over mole over Kelvin. Then the Avogadro number or Avogadro constant, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd per mole. And then the temperature conversion between Kelvin and Celsius. So that's a constant and relationship. And then equation-wise, you have this key ideal gas law equation, PV equals nRT. And then from there, you have P1V1 over N1T1 equals P2V2, N2T2, as I repeatedly emphasized in my lectures, so you should be able to write other related equations from the key equation. Also from this one, because now this one is also given. And then further, you will have the diffusion rate equations, and then the thermochemistry, that chapter you can't forget, because there are questions on all chapters, as I mentioned, probably the first slide of this clip. So it covers the final exam. This final exam covers all chapters, okay? Q equals mCs. M is the mass, and Cs is the specific heat capacity. Delta H is the temperature change, okay? Then, of course, you also will have that periodic table, okay? So, and make sure this copy of the periodic table, it didn't label 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, it didn't label that, but you need to understand that's group 1A, 2A, group 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A, and 8A. Remember, that's the main group elements, those 2 blocks. And then the one in the middle right here, that's the transition group. So that's actually B1, B2, B3, B4. Make sure you understand those, okay? So now, preparation for the final. Make sure you have to review all of the important terminologies, key concepts, especially at the end of each chapter in your textbook. So there are a couple pages, or at least half a page, depending on, which chapter we are talking about. So, and also review the sample problems, whether it's calculation problems or non-calculation problems. So you need to view and, if you don't understand, you have to keep working on that until you understand. Okay, you can do this, get help, from the notes and the textbook. Yeah, this one is only when you have time. So if you have time, I found that extremely helpful. Reduce your notes, hundreds of pages to really just very few pages before you take the test. It is very important. There's no other way better than this. You just have to review and redo, rework, or, on those practice problems, our exam problems. You have 4 practice problems and 4 our exam problems. That total of 8 already over the semester. If you have no problem with, any of those questions there, you should really be all set. Okay, so, but it doesn't mean, of course, you will receive the same questions. No, what I meant here is if you understand how to work each of those questions on those exams. Okay, so of course, doing so, effective way is to view those video clips. So yeah, that's what I just talked about just seconds ago. You don't just view those clips. You don't just, review the questions. The most important thing is you understand. You understand. Understanding is the most important thing. And learn the problem-solving skills, strategies, then be able to solve the problems of the same type, similar problems, effectively, efficiently. Okay, so, yeah, practice makes masters. Whatever it works, you can study with your buddies, you can go to library, Starbucks, even in bed, all right? Whatever it works, do that. Now a little bit of test-taking skills. Be ready. How to be ready? You just have to work hard, prepare yourself. So if you are ready, then it's easier for you to stay calm. Make sure you answer all 40 questions. Don't leave any one unanswered. That way, you can maximize your score. And again, this is an important strategy. So time is of the essence. So you cannot work on a particular or harder problem for 5 minutes or 10 minutes because all equations, they weigh equally. Okay? So therefore, in the first round, don't spend more than 2 minutes on any given question. Just move on so that you can finish all 40 questions within the time frame. And then during the first round, you want to mark the ones you did not complete it, you have trouble with. And then you still have 20 minutes, 30 minutes left, for example. Then you can start the second round, then go back, work on the ones, okay, you did not get them, let's say, finish in the first round, okay? Yeah, I will not rush to turn in my exam early. I always double check my answers, okay, before turning in. So, yeah, I just wish everyone the best of luck.